What's up, yo people? This is Maza here. Today it is Sunday, the day after my first in-store event ever here in Japan. I went to see Cafe, my first J-rock band I started listening to in 2008. They were the reason of everything. Without them I wouldn't be in this J-rock world that I am in right now. So the first time I saw them live was back in 2014 when me and my sister Maza saw them together in Helsinki, Finland in March. It was amazing because we got the chance to meet them. Thank you to Mina, my friend, who got the best tickets at, before that concert. It meant the world to us, no idea. We met them, we took a picture together and everything was awesome, but that's not the moment I'm going to talk about with you today. Sorry about that. So I'm gonna talk about the in-store event that they held yesterday at Seal Link in Osaka. I came there like 2 hours before it started because if I would lose myself in the city, I'm not used to finding my way to everything. Even though I can find my way from the train station to Seal Link and back, I still wasn't sure on, if I would go in the right direction in the beginning, but I did. So I came there 2 hours early and I was sitting and waiting, and then we were standing up. There were a lot of other fans there, both foreign fans like me and Japanese fans, of course. Everyone was like mixed up. I was trying to look like my idols, even though my hair's too long, so I can't really look like my idols anymore. But some girls were looking like J-rockers, some were looking like very girly, very Lolita girl. It was kind of a mix, between the fans. So when I went to stand up, Cafe was already rehearsing their acoustic live inside of the store. It was 2 pieces of the store at that moment. One piece where you was gonna sit during the whole thing, and then the store was on the other side next to each other wall. There was only a wall between. So when we're standing and waiting to be able to come in to the event, Yuki and Teriki came out and I went to the toilet, which was fun because they were running like in between us like this, between the fans, and they were like, oh, and I was like, yeah. Later on, Mika came out. He was gonna go and buy something from a store, so no, it was not a single fan who actually kind of reacted, They were like standing there like looking at the phone, whatever. But I was like, hey, come on, it's Mika. I've been waiting for this for like 2 years, more than 2 years since the latest time. And I was like, oh, Mika. And he was like, oh, nice. I was like, yes, come on. Why are you standing there? I'm not like freaking out because I've been waiting for this. I've been fighting for this, So he went up and then he came back and he went in, and then Canon came out. He went to the toilet. It was like that. And I was like, oh my god, Canon, you are always yourself. So this is the first part. Then they let us in. We handed the question. We could ask questions to Cafe. My question was a little bit weird. They didn't even bring it up, but it was okay because the question came from my sister. I'm gonna tell you what she wanted Cafe to answer on later. But we came in and the chairs were like numbers on, so the number you had on your ticket were actually where you were supposed to sit. And I didn't really find my chair, but a Japanese girl next to me was like, oh, you don't find, in Japanese, because it was my first time and I have no idea how in-store events, how to react and how to do everything in a specific order and everything. So she helped me out and she managed to find my chair. A girl was already sitting on it, so she was like, oh, but this is not your spot, you're not supposed to sit here. She's gonna sit there. And she was like, oh, sorry, and she switched to another seat. And I was like, oh, thank you so much, thank you. They are so kind. Fans here are so kind. She helped me out because she saw that I was a person who was not used to this, kind of. So I was sitting down, just taking it easy, chilling out before one of the staff members, Time Cafe, I think, came in and explained everything, all the rules and everything in Japanese, and I basically understand half of it. But that's how it is when you're a foreign fan and you've already been all, you have just been in Japan for less than 2 weeks. That was the word I was looking for. My head is a bit of a mess right now. Bear with me, okay? So this was the first part. So he explained everything, and then we were waiting, and in the middle of everything, a cafe came out and entered the stage, and this was an acoustic live, which means they had like acoustic, not like the normal instruments and such, but basic. So they performed 3 songs. My head was a mess because I was so happy to finally see them that I actually forgot the first 2 songs, the name of the first 2 songs. I have no idea what the names are. I still remember the songs in my head, but I still can't remember the names. So I'm sorry about that. I don't know the names. If anyone knows the names, please help me out here, because I'm a little bit lost. I know these songs. I'm a huge fan, but still I can't remember. But the last song they were performing was Sen and Dive. I was like, yes, Sen and Dive, yes. The first 2 songs was also good, by the way. I love all the songs, so nothing more to that. Between the songs they were talking, a lot. I understood like half of it. It was a lot of questions. They didn't took my question that my sister had. It was like my sister asked, what would you do if you would wake up as a woman? I understand they didn't want to answer that question, but it was funny still, but it was okay. There was like a lot of other questions, and I was like, laughing. It was a lot of smiles, a lot of laugh, the band were laughing, we were laughing, and almost of times, all the time we were laughing about something. And one girl asked something, I don't know what the question was, but she asked Miku something, and Miku said like, I play tennis, and he said that in English, which was fun because they did speak a little bit in English, which surprised me. They were like, I am a Mac, said Miku when he introduced himself. I was like, Mac, okay. Canon said, I'm Canon, and Taki said, I'm Takiya, I'm Teriki, and Yuki was like, Yuki, only. So it was kind of a mix, and it was fun to hear them speak in English for once, because I'm not used to it. So it was fun. But Mick said he was playing tennis, and in the middle of everything, someone got something wrong in the audience, so he was laughing, and it became like a misunderstanding, and everyone was laughing because we took it in the wrong way, he took it in the wrong way, and it became like a little bit dirty somehow, somewhere in between that. But it was fun. They were talking a lot, like I said, laughing, smiling, and they were very happy because we were like doing like this all the time and sharing, and they were like, oh my god, Osaka fans are great, amazing, great. I was like, yes, they think we are great. Thank you. By the way, when I'm talking about these things doesn't come in the right order, as you can obviously tell, because one part might be here and one part might be here, so I don't remember everything in the right order, so bear with me when I'm trying to remember everything. But yeah, so it was a lot of fun, I can tell you. It was super duper amazing, it was super duper fun, we had so much to laugh about and everything, and all the fans were perfect, no one were fighting of anything, everyone was just like sitting calm, listening and everything like that. And then the songs were amazing, of course, but in one song Miki was supposed to say like 1, 2, 3 ABC or something like that. He started to laugh because it didn't sound right in his ears, so everyone was laughing, and then in the middle of the song, when he was looking at 2 fans who were laughing, they were like sitting next like this to me. I was sitting on the fourth row, I think. They were sitting on the 3rd row, something like that. It was 5 rows, or how you say it, 5 different lines, and they were laughing, and when he was looking at them when he was singing, he started to laugh in the middle of the song, and everyone was laughing, the entire band was laughing, he was laughing, he was like, I can't sing because it's too much laugh, but everyone was laughing, and it was funny as you had no idea how fun it was. It was super amazing. So I think that was the third. What is wrong with me today? The second part of this meet and greet in-store event with Ancafe. So when they were done, they were like, thank you so much, hope you come to our live tomorrow, which is today. I don't have any tickets for it because apparently I think it was sold out. If I don't say wrong now, I think it was a festival today with other bands with Ancafe, and I think this event was sold out, otherwise I would have attended. But let us get to the third part of this in-store event, first time experience in Japan with Ancafe and Maza thejrocker. So stay close, third part will come right after this one. Yay! So this is the third last part from my first in-store event meet and greet experience here in Japan, Osaka, Japan. So this is the meet and greet part. After Ancafe went out for a little while from the store and everything, they were starting to take up the chairs, and the people who were in front got the first chance, of course. So they took the tickets and they got a random checky, you didn't know which member you were gonna get, so you got one member and that was it, And then they were filling up, and Cafe came back in. They were standing next to one table, small round table each. From this side, or if I'm gonna do it from this side maybe, if you imagine that I was standing like this, it was Canon, Miku, which was it, then Takia, Yuki, Teruki. I think that was the order, or if Teruki was there and Yuki was there. I'm not completely sure because my hair was a mess. Still is a mess, as you can obviously tell. So that was the order where they were standing, and here was the stage. So back to this moment. Then it was my turn to stand up, so I was standing up. I handed my ticket to the staff, and I got a checky, and this is the checky that I got with Miku. So then apparently it was like this, you could choose one, you could get one autograph from one member, okay? One autograph from one member. That was the rule today. So since I got a checky with Miku and I didn't really know anything about this, I accidentally, I was standing in the, to get Miku's autograph. And I was like, oh man, I really want to talk to Canon again. And the others, and Miku, of course. I'm not gonna say anything about that. But, so I was like, Canon didn't have anyone in front of him at that moment. And I was standing in the line for Miku's autograph. And I was like, should I change? Should I stay? What should I do, But I felt so embarrassed that I would change, It was soon my turn, and changing at that moment would make me feel so embarrassed. So I didn't change. Sorry, Canon. But anyway, so then was my turn, and I came to Miku, in front of Miku, and he was like, konnichiwa, and I was like, konnichiwa. He said, acoustic live wa tanoshikatta, did you have fun during the acoustic live? And I was like, yeah, watashi wa totemo ureshii desu. I'm very happy. And he was like, oh yes, and I was like, he was pointing at my shirt. What is it with thejrockers pointing at me? I mean, first Rev was pointing at me earlier this year with my plectrum necklace, you remember that story. And now Miku was pointing at me. I was like, oh, okay, what is it this time? And he was like, oh, t-shirt too. I was like, yes, I know. I was wearing this Ancafe t-shirt. I was like, yes. He said, oh, it's a guy. And then in the middle of everything, he was signing, and then we continued talking, and he said, like, he was like, yeah, thank you for coming and everything. And I was like, yeah. But he said in Japanese, of course, domo arigatou gozaimasu. I was like, yeah, domo arigatou gozaimasu. And then I said, like, watashi wa Sweden kara kimashita, which means I come from Sweden. And he was like, he thought that I came all the way from Sweden to meet and to see Ancafe today. I was like, no, that's not, I said, like, Nihongo wa language. I used English at that moment, sorry about that. Nihongo language, school. I said school instead of the word I should have used in this sentence. But I said, Benkyou shimashita, which means I studied Japanese at a Japanese language school. That's what I wanted to tell him. He understood, which was good. He did understand what I was talking about it, he was like, "Wow, Hontoni sugoi." First he was very shocked when I said I came from Sweden. He was like, "Wow, Sweden was sugoi." And then when I said I was studying Japanese here now, like I wasn't just coming, I was really here, you know, I'm here to stay. And I was like, "Wow, sugoi, hontoni sugoi." And I was like, thank you so much, thank you so much. And then I forgot I was supposed to shake his hand, so he was like holding his hand towards me like this. I was like, yes, yes, of course I need to shake your hand. And he was like, oh, he took both of his hands on my hand like this, and like that, and then I took my hand like this. On his hand was here, and I took my hand like this. It's like, oh my god, oh my god, and I was like, and he was like smiling and everything. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go and die now. I've been talking with Miku like never before. What am I gonna do now? So I went out, you know, I said bye bye to him, and I went out of the store because that was the rule. Once you were done, you were supposed to walk out. But the girl who was standing behind, you know, the staff, she didn't push me away or anything, because the girl who was before me, you know, before I was talking to Miku and got my stuff signed, she was talking too long, so the staff was like, you need to go now, you need to go now, the next person is coming, and that was me. She said, you need to go now, but she didn't do that to me. Well, I guess I got lucky this time. First time experience, so that was fun. So I guess that's it. I wanted so bad to go to each member. You have no idea how much I wanted to go to each member, because I really wanted, but I had to respect the rules. Being a Fortune fan and attending these things, you need to understand and respect the rules, and I have no problem with that, but I really wanted to meet all of them. But rules are rules, right? But at least I got a chance to talk with Miku, and that was very, very fun, and I'm not gonna say anything more, because I'm so happy, and I'm getting a little bit teared up, because it was so many memories came back from the beginning of the J-Rock life and to where I am now, coming to Japan and be able to do this, like after only being in Japan almost only 1.5 weeks, and then you get the chance to meet your first J-Rock band like that. You know, I didn't expect it or anything like that, so I'm so happy, you have no idea. So that's it. So standing outside, you know, waiting and chilling, and then 3 of the main members came out. They went down with the elevator and everything like that. I took a few flyers, I took 2 flyers, one for me and one for my sister. So this is what I took, and then this is Miku's autograph. If you can see it very well, like that, this one. So that's it, guys, and beside of that, I actually found in my CDs, I found 3 cards, you know, trading cards. I'm not sure if you can call it trading cards, but one with Takia, second one with Takia, and the third one was Canon. So that was good. Really enjoyed these 3. And then my check, of course. So this is my experience from this in-store event, meet and greet, first time experience in Japan, in Osaka, yesterday, which was October the 8th October, doesn't matter how you put it, I'm just wasted in my head right now, 2016. And it was a great and the most perfect first time experience ever, and I couldn't be happier than this, being able to meet your first J-Rock band as the first real experience. Okay, the first real experience, you know, when you actually have a ticket to it. So it was super duper fun, and I'm gonna do this many times more. This life with J-Rock in Japan has only begun, you know, and it was the perfect start. So, to Cafe, Miku, Canon, Takia, Teruki, and Yuki, どうもありがとうございました。私はとっても嬉しいです。愛してるよ。とってもとっても愛してるよ。私はとってもとってもとってもごめんね。とっても嬉しいです。I love you. Heart. So guys, this was all from us here for this time, and I'm gonna attend another in-store event later this month with another amazing band I'm looking forward to see for so long. So that will be another experience video, of course. So everyone, take care. Bye bye. Maza is out. Yappy.